Right, golf mates, welcome back to another video. I'm here at Carry Screen with PGA Professional swing guru for the golf mates, Simon Edwards. We did a lesson a few weeks ago. You loved it, I loved it. How to find your natural golf swing. And we found out with your test, a draw would suit me.
Absolutely right.
Happy days, I still see that now. But there's a bit more of a process in that because actually Simon emailed me last week to say, come in and see me because I've watched a few videos and you think you can give me one move what might help 5 faults.
Oh, I can give you one move that'll create such a much better process that'll get rid of 5 of the things that you do wrong.
So if it helps me, will it help them?
Oh, it'll help everybody at home because most people do the same things because they haven't got the process and the understanding of how to do it correctly.
So, you know I'm a simple man. I don't want to be all this technical jargon and all this. And we're here now with no trackman, no nothing. So this is what I like about it. Is this going to be simple for me?
This is going to be super simple. And the first thing that I noticed was you have a trigger, yeah? So as you set up to the golf ball, the first thing that you do when you set up to the golf ball is you set up pretty good. And the first thing you do is you raise your hands up before you take the club away.
I think they've seen that over
I think everybody on the channel has seen that.
Was that bad or good?
That's no good at all because what that does, as you raise your hands up, it makes the club face point to the right.
Does it?
Absolutely. So we've got a little device here that we can use to show you that. So when I set that up with the club sitting naturally on the floor and I raise my hands up, where does that stick point, mate?
Right.
Absolutely. The other thing it does, it makes an impact, it makes the toe stick in the floor.
Right.
Yeah. And at that point, the toe's going to dig and the face is going to open where you're going to hit it.
Even more right.
Absolutely. So we've got to get you with this simple movement.
Okay.
Yeah, and this simple one thought to get you to really, really, really key on one element of your golf swing, which is the lead arm.
Right, okay.
Okay. So we've always talked about the arms being relaxed. We know the 1, we know the 5, we know the 3. That's incredibly vital still. Yeah. I'm going to take that, mate, as a given that you already know that.
Yes, I do,
Perfect.
teacher. I've got that. I've got that.
And you're going to do it for me.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Right. So as we set this up, what we're going to do, we're going to let your lead arm just hang, yeah, so that the club sits perfectly off the floor. Now, what you'll feel at address at setup there is that your lead arm's connected to your chest.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. So the first move off the golf ball has to be a pushing motion with the back of your left arm.
Is it?
Absolutely, because most people stand there and they think the first move is a turn. Yeah?
I do that. Well, we know that, don't we?
Absolutely. So once you turn too early, where does the club go?
I call it underneath the table.
It goes underneath the table. It's underneath the plane line.
Right.
Which is what we don't want.
Okay.
Now, this one thing is going to fix these 5 things and help you to create these 5 things. So when we do it just with our lead arm, we don't raise the handle in the first instance.
Why will I not?
Because your left arm is hanging perfectly vertical, yeah? And you've got a little angle in your left wrist, which is going to help you to hinge the club up and down and side to side. Because if you raise your hands up, you can't hinge the club. You've got no power, you've got no speed.
Yeah, this is all like...
Does this make sense?
Well, it's a bit of alarm bells because I understand it quite a lot. No,
Okay.
I understand, yeah.
Perfect. So as we then go backwards with the lead arm connected, as we push that lead arm backwards, just the shaft parallel, when the club's parallel with the ground, the shaft is now parallel to your toe line. That's perfectly on line. The second thing, the club face is square to the swing plane.
And it's not under the table, is it?
And it's not under the table because the other thing that we do when we turn, yeah, we turn and we open the club face.
Is this all by just using my
It's
left arm?
all your left arm.
Is that it?
That's it. As simple as that. Because when you watch great players, you watch tour guys, what they all do is they really get the sensation that the first move is a push.
I've not done it yet, but I've never...
Okay? The third thing, let me keep going.
Go on then, yeah, I'm buzzing, sorry.
You wanted 5. The third thing it's going to do, the connection creates the rotation. So as long as the lead arm's connected, the shoulders are going to turn.
With the arm?
Because it's connected.
Right.
So you create rotation through connection, not rotation for rotation's sake.
Okay.
The next thing it's going to help you with, yeah, and this is fantastic for you.
We've not done this. I hope this works.
Oh, this will work. This will work. The other thing it'll really, really, really help you do is it'll help your weight transfer. So as you keep it connected, the pressure now goes into my right foot.
Just naturally?
Naturally, it has to. It's like throwing a ball. Yeah, so if I'm going to throw a ball right-handed, where does my pressure go?
Of course, yeah, I can see
it. Goes
yeah.
into the right foot.
This is great, this.
Okay, so it's all natural.
I hope I can do all this for this one.
You can 100% do this. Once we push that back to that point, as long as the arm pressure is correct, we can then start to hinge that up. So the weight of the club will make the wrist hinge. You've never got to think about forcing, where do I hinge this?
Just let it go?
Let it go. Just trust it.
Right.
And then from there, as we said with the natural swing, we go over the pole and we go under the pole. Now, the left arm's still connected in the downswing, because once I get the club up to here, if I keep the lead arm connected coming down and slide it down my chest, where's the club head? It's behind my hands.
Is that what it needs to be?
100%, because to hit a draw, we've got to have an inside path and we've got to have a face that's slightly close to that. So when we get to here, all we do, because your hands are already behind you, you let the the left arm slide down your chest, the club's behind you. You can then turn the hand onto it, you've got to hit a draw.
Wow.
So what we're going to do, we're going to put the swing plate in just to see that all that will work.
Well, I hope so. It sounded great.
100% it'll work. Right.
All I've got in my head now is me lifting my bloody arm. So.
Yeah, but this is going to solve that as well. So if we pop that on that T-peg there, mate. Right, you set up to it for me, Liam, please. And we're going to go at that 225 board that we can see out there. Fabulous. Brilliant. So your arms are really, really relaxed at that point, yes or no?
100%.
Perfect. So we can feel that your lead arm's connected to your chest here.
I can feel it touching. Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, when we keep the arms in the correct position, look how we can hinge that club up and down.
Yep.
And we can hinge it side to side.
Yep.
Perfect. Raise your hands up. Now try and hinge it.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it?
You can't do it.
No, you can't, can you?
Right, so set it up again, mate. Perfect. So all we're going to feel now, as we go backwards, is you're going to push that club backwards with that left arm. Now, what we said has happened, or would happen, has happened. The club face is square to the plane.
And I've not got inside, have I?
No. The shaft is parallel to your toe line.
Right, okay.
Your weight's transferred, your shoulders have turned.
It is, I can feel my weight.
You don't need to do anything else.
Is that done it because I've done that?
That's done it because you've pushed it back with the back of your left arm here, your tricep, your elbow, your forearm and the back of your left hand. That is basically the perfect first move.
So that's number one?
Off the golf ball. Now all you're going to do is keep your arms real soft.
Yep.
As you let these wrists just hinge. There you go. Left arm still connected.
Yeah, I can feel it touching.
Perfect. All the way to the top. Brilliant. Now all we're going to do is let the left arm slide down the chest. Where does the club go?
Underneath.
Under the pole. Absolutely.
But without trying to, I try to redirect it because I know what I've got, so I didn't do that then, it just did it.
You're correct, because...
I'm just going up, down really.
Yeah, so all you're doing, you're working the club back with the lead arm, and you're working the club down your chest, which then puts the shaft in the right place.
Yeah.
So we go over the pole on the way back. We let it hinge up behind you. Now your hands are already behind your shoulder.
Without me knowing?
Without you knowing. Perfect.
Crazy, yeah.
So all you do now is slide that lead arm down. She works under the pole, and then you've got eBay Pete to turn the two knuckles onto it.
Right.
Simple as that. So the way we're going to do it is really slowly, just to start with.
Can I, as a cameraman, just put this a little bit here, just so it's in the middle for everyone at home?
100%, and we'll move this back just a fraction.
Just because I want to get this. I'm liking this.
Perfect.
I'm liking this, Simon, a lot.
Right, so
because it's really simple without being disrespectful.
no, it's 100. But that's the whole point with golf instruction.
For me, anyway.
For everyone, it should be incredibly simple because people don't have the time or the inclination to go and work on really, really complicated swing ideas. The whole point of this exercise is you can do this with minimum practice.
Right. Like
Yeah?
this.
Okay, so set it up as we would. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to stop at all the positions. So from there, all we're going to feel, we're going to push back with that lead arm and stop at shaft parallel. Perfect.
Can we call that number 1 for me?
We can call that position number 1 for you.
Right.
Okay? Keep those arms soft as the wrists hinge and the right elbow folds. There's your leverage. There's your speed. Now, anybody, whatever age they are, can do that. Yeah?
Okay.
Because as long as their elbows work and as long as they've got reasonable flexibility in the wrist, they can do it. Here's the big one for you.
Yeah.
That as you change direction, that club's got to swing under it, and then you've got to turn the face.
Yeah,
so let me just show you what the drill looks like.
That's a bit
and then
thingy
you,
for me,
and then you can have a go.
That'd be new for me, wouldn't it?
100%. So we're going to push back with that lead arm. We're going to let the wrists hinge. See how my left arm's still connected at that point?
Yep.
We're going to let the left arm slide down the chest, and then we're just going to clip it and turn the face.
Okay. Is that it?
Happy with that?
Well, it's just 3 moves in my head, so
Perfect.
that's what I'm happy with.
Come on then. So you try it.
No ball.
No ball to start with. So, position 1, shaft parallel going back. Left arm's pushing it back. Beautiful, beautiful. Stop halfway down. Brilliant. Club's gone under the pole, turn the left hand. Brilliant. There you go.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I've been told, I'm not being disrespectful to anyone
No,
about lessons,
100%.
please not. I've been told a lot, I need to be here, loads, yeah? And they put my club in, but they never said just do it with your left arm.
The great thing with
So that straight away is easy for me. Just start my backswing with my left arm.
perfect. When you listen to great coaches coach, yeah, not that I'm a great coach. There's guys on the planet that are so much better than me. Is that they work on a principle of improvement by subtraction. It's taking away the stuff that you don't need and
Love
stuff
it.
that
Which
you
I
don't need to think
I
about.
don't need all the
We don't
crap,
need to think
do I?
about it.
No, I don't want to.
So the simpler we can make the process, the more repeatable it's got to be with a minimum amount of practice.
I get you.
Does that make sense? And you can practice this in the house.
Well, I'm
In the
looking at this, that little move there, I can practice, and that'll stop that move, won't it? Which
Absolutely.
is my bad swing.
Which is the over rotation off the golf ball move.
Yeah, which we all know I've got that, don't
Go,
we?
well, I want to turn. That's
Yeah.
the huge thing in golf is everybody's fixated by turning.
Yeah.
Turning is super dangerous.
Okay.
Okay, so push it back with that left arm and stop at shaft parallel. Beautiful. Hinge it up behind you. Keep the left arm connected as you drop it under the pole. Now turn the hands. Brilliant. Okay. Now.
You seem follow through without trying, if that makes sense, don't you?
Okay. That's brilliant. That's such a great catch. Can I just jump in and show you?
Yeah.
As the club face comes down under the pole, as we're turning the hand onto the golf, turning the left hand to square the club face, the sweet spot of the club is always moving towards the golf ball. So let's get my stick out again. So as we work it backwards, without getting overly technical, as I take that back, that club, or that club face is pretty much pointing at the target line.
Yep.
As I hinge that up, the shaft's on the plane line. As I drop it under with the left arm connected, that club face is now pointing back at the target line. As we rotate the hand, there's more momentum. The club overtakes you, which pulls you up.
That's what I'm... Well, I
Into
didn't know
a
the
follow
reason
through.
for it, but that's why it did it then.
But this, again, is from a golf instruction point of view and from a player's point of view and from everybody at home that's watching this, it's so important when you go for a golf lesson to understand the why.
Well, you've just given me that.
Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay,
I mean, it's super simple up to now.
it is, absolutely. So we're going to still stop at the points. So over it. Good. Hinge it, under it, turn it and clip it. Okay, good. Your arm's got a little tight at the bottom there because it's a mechanical drill. That's fine. Do it again. Don't try and create any distance. Let's just try and create the shape. Okay, so this is brand new, mate, so this will take 5 minutes or so. So over it, push it, beautiful, hinge it, slide it down the chest, turn the hands. Good. That's all right, that's fine. That's fine. And again. And it's great because you know what wrong looks like.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Only you know at home. I don't know if I'm lifting my arms or not.
Nope. You're not. Come on.
I didn't even think of that then.
Your arms have gone tight because you're trying to create distance. Be patient. Good. Come on, let your arms slide down your chest. Now, let your hands do it. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Little baby draw.
Oh,
Absolutely. And again. And this is, again, one of the other things.
So if you're practicing then, is it 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Without being mechanical, just have 3 numbers in my head for me.
Over the winter, because we're playing no meaningful golf, really, this is a time of year to be really working on the mechanics of your golf game.
But in a simple 1, 2, 3. For me.
For everyone, for all our, our golf mates community, the simpler you can make this process, the more repeatable you're going to make this.
Well, I'm going to make a promise to you.
Okay.
I'm going to practice it.
Okay.
On record. Not going to have lessons with anyone else. We're going to stick with it.
Okay.
Let's see where we go.
The great thing about making this simpler is you can be as good as you want to be given the time that you can give to the game.
Appreciate that.
And that's the same for everyone.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so over it. So keep those arms nice and relaxed. Good. Under it. Good. Good. Now turn your hands. Good. Arms were just a little tight. So goes back to our grip and arm pressure.
You said that move would be the one for me.
That will be
But it is, I could feel my tense because, well, I've not done it before, have I, basically,
correct.
haven't I? So
Absolutely.
It just feels
Absolutely.
alien for my muscles.
Yeah, correct.
But that means I've definitely never done it before, have I?
Because you've been so used to turning and throwing the club over.
But with my right side,
With
giving
the right
all the
side.
power, haven't I?
Absolutely. Left side turns the club face. Left hand absolutely turns the club face. So over it, push it. Good. Connect it. Let it slide down your chest. Turn your hands. There you go.
Left hand did it. Left arm, sorry. Left
arm
not this
connection.
but you could tell then, couldn't you?
Absolutely, because the ball started slightly right to target and drew.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect push draw. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. So when you really feel that connection of that lead arm all the way back and the connection of the lead arm all the way down, you, in all of the things being equal, have got to put that club back into the perfect position. It's not about getting to the top and moving pressure or starting the downswing with the left hip. Because if you start the downswing with the left hip, yeah, where's the club go?
Back over that top, innit?
Goes back out in front of you.
Yeah.
So everybody that's focusing internally about I've got to turn this and move this and shift this is losing the idea of where this is and where this is.
It's great, this.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
loving this. Right, what's next?
that's it.
You mean?
Oh no, that's it.
Wow.
This is all about mastery.
Mastery.
Oh no, there's nothing else. Because until you can do this, it's completely pointless trying to do anything else. Because what you'll then do, and this is...
I'm jumping ahead, Anna.
I love...
All right, yeah.
I love you guys dearly, but you're all so impatient. It's just a joke. All right? So what we've got to do, Liam, is we've really got to get the idea that you can do this first. So feel that push going back.
And is this with driver every club?
Every club. Because we're trying to create one swing.
Every club.
We're trying to create one swing for all 14 clubs, mate, because life is too short to learn 14 different golf swings.
Yeah.
So over it, push, under it, hinge it, under it, turn the hands, turn them. Little bit of overturn with the hands,
What I am
but
gonna
there's nothing else.
Can I just say, if you need a lesson with Simon, his details are going across. If you can't get to him, is it Skillis?
Skillis, use my Skillis
account.
account.
So Simon is there for us. So there's his account.
Absolutely.
Right, do we carry on? Is this us now?
This is all I want you to do. So this is your goal for the next 2 or 3 weeks until we come back, but you've got to master this. And you'll see it in the ball flight. So once you know...
So I'm not allowed to hit one yet?
No.
I just,
No.
right. So is the lesson finished?
I
now
want to
for
hit distance. It is when you hit me a decent one.
Right, okay.
Come on. With the positions. Come on. So over it, push it back.
Stop again or go?
Yeah, no. Over it with the left arm. Hinge it. Keep the club behind you, left arm connected. Good. Use your hands. There you go. Bingo. And that's a perfect push draw.
That's a great lesson. I want to smack balls and show you, but to be fair to Simon, he stopped us. Yeah.
I've stopped you being impatient.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've loved that.
That's brilliant.
Honestly,
Mate,
I've loved that. I know
my
I'm
pleasure.
practicing. Don't forget on the Sunday Fixes, Simon's doing videos for us all, so make sure you watch them. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We've got fun videos and tips from Simon and a few other pros in the camp. That's the best lesson I've ever had. And you've not let me hit a shot, so...
I've let you hit shots, but I've not let you hit a full shot. Yeah, because we're ingraining the pattern. We're getting the patterns correct. We're breaking the old ones and instilling new ones.
I'm loving that. So, golf mates, thanks for watching and see what happens in the spring.
It'll be great.